When I was a little girl, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and every morning she would make herself a cup of coffee. And if I was lucky, I too would get a little bit of coffee. Also, I discovered around the same age that I had the ability to sense spirit, and I would know when someone who had departed was in the room with us. I'm all grown up now, and I still love coffee, and I miss my grandmother too. And guess what? I'm still a medium. Welcome to this episode of the Medium Roast Podcast with your host, medium minister and spiritual teacher, Dr. LaCara Foster. Now listen, we have talked a lot about calling, but not enough about how calling affects love. This segment is called Marrying the Medium, and it's about what it really takes to love someone whose work lives at the intersection of spirit, faith, and humanity. So I am excited, so excited about our guest today, because not only is she just an actor extraordinaire and just a great all-around person, she's also my fiance. And I get to interview her today about what it's like to be marrying, because we're engaged, right? What it's like to live and love and be engaged to and marry someone with this gift. So I want to welcome you all and I want to welcome you to the Medium Roast Podcast. Today's guest is none other than Dred Carpenter. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get started, let's take a sip of our coffee, because this is what it's all about, okay?
Absolutely.
Let us know how you like it.
All right.
It's good, isn't it?
Hold up.
Everybody always does that double sip thing to it, right?
You snapped on that.
Oh, well, thank you. And that's going to be pre-sale really soon, so shameless plug. Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from, what you do, what brings you joy, all that good stuff.
Okay. So I am from North Carolina.
Yes, you are.
And I am an actor / screenwriter.
Yes.
Acting brings me joy.
Acting brings you joy.
You bring me joy.
Oh, thank you. That's an Anita Baker song. I like that. I like that. And we had a guest on, Larry Reed. You know Dr. Reed?
I love Dr. Reed.
Yes, and he says he believes that some of the best people are from North Carolina.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yes, and I told him I agree because of you.
Yes.
So with all of my guests, I always start by talking about like how we met or how we connected, right? Okay. And I know our story is a little layered here, but I think people want to know, you know, how did this come to be? So tell me like your version of it. Tell me about the prophecy, as we call it.
The vision.
The vision. I like that. Yes.
Yeah. The vision, the prophecy. So I received a call from a mutual friend of ours, and they'd asked. Well, no, back up. It was a Friday. It was a Friday night. I was actually moving from my old apartment to another residence, and as I'm driving there, I'm moving stuff. I have this vision, and it was probably just seconds, but it felt like 30 minutes. Yeah. And in the vision, you and I felt so random because we didn't communicate at the time. Yeah. I don't know when was the last time. We didn't even know each other like that. So for you to just be in this vision, it was crazy. But yeah, so I'm driving and I have this vision that we're like at a radio station and we're being interviewed, and they asked how we met. And you were really sad in this vision when, you know, answering the questions. You were just kind of sad, like, and because I had come to the conclusion that this wasn't gonna work. It felt like maybe like a year had passed and we were kind of on the off, right? And I heard this voice say, "You have my blessing." It's the voice that I heard. The next day, my friend calls, our mutual friend calls. Yes. Mind you, they had been in New Orleans for a while, taking care of their mom. They had been gone for a long time. So when she got back in town, she called me. She said, "Hey, you want to go to this party?" Yeah. And you know me, I don't like to party. And I was like, "Man, I really don't want to go out." She's like, "You gotta go out. I need somebody to go with me. I just got back in town, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "All right, I'll go." Yeah. And we left that venue to go to another venue later that night. And as we're driving, she says, I should say it like her, "Yo, B, you got my blessing." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "You got my blessing." Yeah. And
but I gotta put a pin in that because something happens before you all actually go out.
Okay.
That of course you and I have to put the story together because these things are happening simultaneously.
Okay.
But that friend comes over to pick up some mail from the house because she had lived there before, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I know who you're supposed to be with," and I'm like, "Who am I supposed to be with?" And she goes, "Dred. You and Dred are supposed to be together."
Wow.
And I'm like, I have never looked at you like that, right?
Right.
But I'm like, let me see, right? Because I hadn't looked at you in a minute. So I go to Instagram and I'm like, this is pretty nice, right? And I said, well, what's her deal and all the things? And she says, we're hanging out tonight. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, just see what's up.
Right.
And so then you all hang out and she says, you have my blessing, and then you pull over.
And I'm like, you said this already. And she's like, yeah, man, you got I said, no, you don't understand. You said this to me in a vision yesterday.
Yeah.
And I still don't think she got it.
Yeah.
And so later that night, I go home, I pass out, and my phone's ringing at like 9 a.m. Yeah. And it's my director at the time, and she says, hey, the cameraman bailed on us. Can you come and do the camera work? And I said, sure. When? Like in a few.
Yeah.
So headed that way to the address that she had given me. And then as I'm headed there, she texts me and says, change of address. We're now shooting at this address. It's LaCar's house.
Wow. So all of these things are going through, and I get the message that you're coming over, and I'm like, this is weird because she just said I should be with this person yesterday, and now they're coming to my house today.
Right.
And you walk in the door and you said, so what's up? We getting married or what? And I'm like, I don't know. Are we? And
it's so weird.
Turns out we are.
We are.
And there you have it.
Yeah. Even
prior to that, I had come to the set of the thing that you all were doing with Between Women. And so I'm introducing the mediumship part here. And I was going to be doing a group reading for the cast of Between Women. And when I'm walking up to get ready to do this reading, the director says, hey, there's two people who absolutely don't want a reading. And she says, Dred, and then she says, this other person, she says, they're going to just work the camera. And I tell her, hey, this isn't how that works.
Right.
So we'll just see. And your mother came through.
Yes.
And what was that experience like that for you?
I'd never had that kind of experience before.
Yeah.
I was a believer. I can say that. She came through very strongly. And you made a believer out of me to the point where I was waiting for you at your car afterwards because I had questions. But,
yeah, because you didn't want a reading and then you ended up having a reading. And so then you had more questions.
Yeah. And not even that I was against it. It wasn't that I was against it. It was just that I didn't care to do it because it was nothing that I had ever experienced before.
Right.
So,
now, did it provide you some type of clarity, some type of peace, some type of healing for you?
What it did was confirmed for me that she's always with me, that she's always around.
That's awesome.
Because sometimes we think that they're just off in this distant place, when you don't dream about them as much as you used to, or, you just don't really feel that they're near. Yeah. And so that just confirmed, she's with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. And so here's my wonder. I got some questions for you.
Okay.
If that's okay. Because we're going to talk about, you have visions of your own, and you've even helped me in some readings, confirm some things. Yeah, we're going to talk about Matt. Remember Matt?
Matt. Okay.
Remember that? We're going to talk about that too. So I don't want to forget that.
Okay.
But when did, because it's been 7 years now.
Yes.
7 years and 2 dogs later. When did it hit you that you were dating a medium? Like, was there a moment that was like an aha moment for you? Like, what is this? What's happening here?
I don't know that there was an aha moment. I realized when it was like a real thing, like this was really your calling. Because I knew of you, right?
Yeah.
I knew that you were important to people. I knew you did important things. I knew you hosted the Brown Sugar Vibe, so everybody knew you in the community in that capacity. But once we got together and I saw how disciplined you were. You know, you work for yourself, but you get up at the same time, you know, you make your coffee and you work. You work, and the things that you say, it's important to people. People really, you know, really respect you a lot, and you put a lot of time into your work, and you hold that, you carry that with so much responsibility.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is really her calling. She's not just on the phone or, you know, going places and giving like this is her 24/7. This is her job.
Yeah.
You know, this is a calling.
Has there ever been a moment for you where like you've overheard me doing a reading, or you've seen me in action where you were like, whoa, this is interesting?
Every time. Every time. There's now one that really stood out, and I don't know that I wasn't there for that one, but I watched that video over and over again, and it's when that lady said that she had been grieving her daughter for 50 years, and I'd never seen anybody freed like that before. That was like the first time I'd witnessed that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. Now, how do you explain? Excuse me. How do you explain what I do to like family or friends who don't fully explain it? Because I think what's important to understand is that I don't know why this song just came to my mind, Son of a Preacher Man.
Is that what I am?
Right. But your father is a bishop, and he has his own church, and so I you know, that's a thing, and you guys are from North Carolina. Like, how does all of that, and you grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Right. Like, were you able to navigate those thoughts around religion and psychic mediumship, and what is my family going to think, and what am I going to tell them?
Oh, it's always what is my family going to think?
Yeah.
It's always that. But I will say that it didn't pull me away from God. I will say that it made God bigger for me. It definitely made God bigger for me, and it made me understand God. The whole spectrum of what God is, you know. So it definitely has opened me to understanding, like, and knowing that God is so big. Yeah. You know.
So have you had to explain to family or friends, like?
No. And I read rooms pretty well too. Yeah. So I know whatever room I'm in is what they get, because you do so many things. You're a minister, you're a spiritual teacher, you are a medium, you're, you know,
but your family knows
you're psychic. They know what you do, and you and my dad have a great relationship.
Yeah.
He has a lot of respect for you too. Yeah. But no, I don't think that I've ever had to defend it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? The same way God told you you don't have to defend it, I don't need to defend it. Yeah. I just need to stand beside you, walk beside you, protect you, support you, and do and be all the things that I need to do and be to make this thing stay afloat, you know.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to take a break.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Medium Rose Podcast with your host, medium, minister, and spiritual teacher, Dr. LaCara Foster. Again, we have one of the most amazing people and actors, just all around good people that I've met in my whole entire life. And I am excited that I get to do life with this person, Dred Carpenter.
What's up?
Listen, that Rio Libre that kicked in a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I like that. I can appreciate that.
Good. Are you enjoying your coffee?
I'm absolutely enjoying my coffee.
Good deal. Absolutely. That's what I want to hear. So we got a couple more questions here for you.
Okay.
What has it been like watching me, because we've been doing this for 7 years now, and we've been together pretty much the length of time that I have come out as a medium and a minister, and so you've been on this entire journey with me. Yeah. What has it been like watching the public backlash, right, for someone that you love to receive this backlash? What has that been like for you?
You know, it can be frustrating, you know, watching people misunderstand, you know, what it is that you do. You know, I'll be ready to I don't play about you. Yeah. You know that. Everybody know that. But, you know, I got to keep it together, you know. It comes with the work. It comes with what you do, you know, whether it's good publicity or bad publicity. It's all publicity. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing the work. Yeah. You're doing the work. You're doing what thus saith. And as long as you're doing what thus saith, I'm with it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you've handled it very well. Like I've never seen you had to really pop off on anybody. And, I think we kind of sit it together. Like we just don't read the comments.
Right. That part.
Yeah.
That part. We don't want to do that because, I don't think people realize I'm also your bodyguard. It could get crazy, but nah, we just don't read the comments. We don't, give energy to the negative publicity, and we just keep it moving because we got greater work to do.
Greater work. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite scriptures for sure.
Yeah.
So what does it mean for you to marry a woman who listens to spirit for a living? Like you get to see me do this work.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question before you even answer that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about when I'm telling you like, oh, spirit said or God said? Like how well do you receive that?
Very well.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because
you're a Taurus?
Well, not even. Oh yeah. Whenever you're when you're telling me what I should be doing and it's not what I want to do exactly. No. I receive it really well.
Yeah.
And the reason I say surprisingly because I just never thought I'd be in this this type of relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've received it since day one.
Yeah. You do actually receive it well.
Receive it really well because I know that you hear from spirit. I'm with you every day. I know that you speaking.
Yeah.
You speaking.
Has there been anything that I've said to you that you feel like you like was, I don't want to say like was spot on, but anything that I've said to you that you come back and were like, oh wow, she did say that, or she did say that was going to happen?
We're on camera. Wow. So many things.
Yeah.
So many things. Even, okay, this is a good one. This was early on in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I had done a couple of auditions and then I had to travel to North Carolina because my sister wasn't doing well. And I went to see Tammy. And we were on this was so early on. This might have been like within the first maybe month or two that we were together. And you told me, you said, you're going to have to come back home, back to Atlanta because you're going to get a call to come back and do the role.
Yeah.
But I had auditioned for 2.
Yeah.
But I for some reason the second one was in the back of my mind. I wasn't thinking about the previous one.
Yes.
So, I'm at home and I'm like, man, this call ain't came. What's she talking about? And then, but I did get the call. I got the call from the previous one.
Yes.
And I did have to leave early.
Yeah.
I did have to leave North Carolina. I had to come back to Atlanta and shoot.
Yeah.
And we did that in a couple of days and came right back to North Carolina. So
that was big because I think
that was
you can still get residual checks for that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that blew my mind. And I knew then. That's when I knew. I think that's when I really knew. Like, okay, this girl, she is spot on. Yeah. She's spot on. Yeah.
Well,
that is the one.
That's the one time.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean for you to marry a woman who has these type of gifts or who does this? Like does this for a living, not just have this, but does this for a living.
What does it mean to marry the medium?
Marry the medium.
I'm gonna say that marrying the medium is choosing love. Choosing love where integrity lives. Choosing love where
don't make me cry on this camera.
Don't make me cry because you're about to cry. No, for real. It means choosing love where integrity lives, where truth lives and where true love lives.
Wow.
Yeah. And building a home there.
Yeah.
With you.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
How has this connection helped you expand in your own gift? Because you are, whether you want to admit it or not, you are tapped in, you hear things, you see things.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're never going to call yourself a psychic or a medium, though.
That's not my lane. That's not why I was put here. I was put here to do something
But do you
else.
feel like your giftings, and I'm going to talk about one specific example here,
okay.
But do you feel like they have expanded or increased?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hear things, feel things. I don't know where it comes from. It's not even like an audible here.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Just intuitively know things.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Yeah. I want to tell this story.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. I think you may remember. We were, I think it was in the pandemic, and you started setting the table, and it was just you and I. You were setting the table, but you put 3 placements out, and I am like, what are you doing? And it's almost as if you were like, I don't want to say in a trance, because that's not what it was, but you were like, Mac is joining us for dinner. And I was like, who the hell is Mac? And then you start putting the plates away, and you're like, I'm just kidding. Right. And you don't say anything else about it. Oddly enough, I remember we were having hot dogs that night, right? We were having hot dogs. Okay. And so the next day, I'm doing a reading, and this woman's son is coming through, and he had been murdered. And I'm giving her all the information, and I'm talking about the video games and all of this stuff. And she messages me at the end, and she says, after the reading's over, she says, by the way, my son's name is Mac. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Mac. Yes, it was Mac. Yeah. I said, oh my God. So I called her immediately back, and I started telling her the story about how you set the place out, how you said Mac would be joining us for dinner. And she is cracking up. And then she says, what were you all having? And I said hot dogs, and she said that was one of his favorite meals. Gourmet hot dogs. Gourmet. They were gourmet now, not just any kind of hot
turkey dogs. They were. To be exact.
And so I knew then that like you hear and you see, and there are some things that come to you first before they even come to me.
Like the chicken that was frying that night. I heard chicken frying. I was like, is somebody frying chicken?
Exactly. And that came up in the reading. So there have been things. How do you even embrace your own visions, your own gifts, or has this helped you? Has this like relationship helped you to be able to do that?
Absolutely. Like I said before, the thing is, I don't see myself as psychic. I don't call myself any of that. I mean, I feel like everybody is psychic to a certain extent. Okay. And everybody has that capability. I think that mine has just gotten a little bit more, fine tuned because I'm I'm with you. Yeah. But back to what I had mentioned earlier, it just really shows me how big God is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that God doesn't just speak to a specific type of person. Gotcha. God isn't just this one voice speaking to this person. It's so big. Yeah. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for you because I was in a box.
Tell me about that.
I was just in a box, growing up, under doctrine, not that it was a bad thing, but it's just that, I didn't really know or had not learned anything outside of that until probably about age 18 is when I started to have a deconstruction. And so it's been about I don't want to tell my age. It's been deconstruction along the way. Yeah. Since about 20 years old. And so now I'm here and I'm good. Yeah. All of those walls have come down. All of the deconstruction has been done. Yeah. And I'm good.
And I guess I love the idea of the deconstruction and the walls coming down, because if the walls are down, then that allows your consciousness to expand.
Absolutely.
Right. There's nothing blocking your consciousness from expanding. I love that. What would you tell someone who is married to or in relationship with someone that has an unconventional calling?
Be patient. Be patient. Because there's so much work to be done. And you are a machine. Girl, you are a machine. You do not stop. And that worries me. It does. It has worried me since day one. Like, are you resting? Are you drinking your water? Like, you got to go to sleep, But, you are a machine. You are nonstop. And I respect that. And you've taught me. You've taught me to be more disciplined, with the things that, I've been put here to do. So thank you for that.
So you tell them to be patient.
Be patient and make sure she's getting her rest. Make sure they're getting their rest. Yeah. Yeah. And find a way to, and I always try to figure out, like, how is it that you, because it's like, I feel like you take on so much emotionally, or and maybe I don't even think you realize how much you take on emotionally, because you just keep going. Yeah. Do you realize how much you take, or does it affect you in any way?
That's a great question. Do you want these cards? You want to?
I'll take it. I take it.
I think that I ground every day, right? And it is what I teach my students, that grounding every day is important. So whatever that looks like for them. So I'm giving the energy back to the earth, back to the universe.
Yeah.
And so I'm being replenished. And of course we laugh every day.
Oh my God.
We have 2 fur babies together that we love and take care of. My family is great. Your family is great. So those things keep me grounded and replenished.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So even though I do take on a lot, I'm replenished every day.
Yes.
So we're going to take a short break, right, while we sip this coffee. And we'll be right back after these messages.
All right.
Welcome back to the Medium Rose Podcast with your host, medium minister and spiritual teacher, Dr. LaCara Foster. And we are wrapping up with today's guest, who is an actor extraordinaire. And some of the things that you all can see her in, you were just on Found. You were in, what's that? Amazing Stories. I don't know why you're always playing a cop, but that's just an archetype for you.
I'm the police, I guess.
I know. And so we're at the part of the show where you get to tell us a myth, right, and a fact. Right?
Okay.
It's something that people think about you that is not true, and give us the fact about it.
Okay.
And then you can tell us where we can find you.
Okay. Myth is that I am an extrovert.
I heard someone call you last night at the party. Someone say she's such a social butterfly. I'm like, no. She's not.
That I am.
But you are, though. You are an extrovert to an extent.
To an extent, I think I'm extroverted when I'm with people that I've become more comfortable with.
Yes.
And that's a very small group of people. But I am shy. I have pretended to be an extrovert all my life.
Are you acting like an extrovert?
I have pretended to be an extrovert all my life. That is the fact. But I think that comes with, my mother did that. I think she understood something when I was very young. I think she understood this person has a plethora of talent, and if we don't get past this, then
we're not going to get to see
we're not going to get there. Yeah. Wow. So piano lessons, the recitals, all the things.
Yeah.
And so I've been, I was acting then, and I'm putting that act on every stage as if I'm.
Well, I will say this: you are an amazing, and I'm not just saying this because you're my life partner. I'm not. You really are an amazing actor. I know you were in the movie that you did. Come on, what's the name of the movie? The one that you guys just did
was it Tyler Perry?
New York. What? The thing in New York for?
Oh yeah. What was it? Consider the Rainbow.
Consider the Rainbow. When we went to see the premiere of it, like you're sitting next to me and I'm watching the movie and I am forgetting that you are the person that's sitting next to me. Like you were this character, like you embodied this character. Yeah. And when we left and people were congratulating you and all the things, like I'm like, no, like she's really, really, really good at this. And I know that that's your life work. And
thank you.
And just, it is my wish and my hope that you just get to do as much of that as you want to, because that really is your life calling. I believe
Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate that.
Yes. So tell everybody how they can find you.
Dred Carpenter, DredCarpenter @gmail.com. Nope, that's my email address. But if you want to email me, you can for whatever reason.
For all the agents out there.
Yeah, if you want to book me, if you want to sign, whatever you'd like to do.
Where can the other people find you?
That's my email address. Make sure you hit me up. Yeah. Okay.
What about on social media?
On social media, it's very similar. Dred Carpenter. That's it. Official Dred Carpenter. Very similar. So Twitter, the official Dred Carpenter. Instagram, the official Dred Carpenter. TikTok, the official Dred Carpenter. Awesome. That's DredCarpenter.
Yes, the official Dred Carpenter. Yeah. Now you get to look into the camera. I can't wait for her email to start blowing up.
I can't wait. Book me. Book me.
I love you're going to get thousands of emails. Because like seriously, like everywhere we go, people, like we're in the airport and people see you and they want to take pictures of you. And like everywhere we go, like somebody knows you. And I will say this, right, to add to that, people are always saying how much you changed their life because they've seen you in certain projects. Yeah. And I am always the official camera person taking pictures for you and the people that love
Yes,
you.
thank you so much for being that for me.
And so you get to look into the camera. That is your camera. This is your camera right here.
Okay.
And you're going to give us the benediction.
The
And the benediction is where you leave us with some parting words, some empowering words, some just, get us to the next episode.
I knew you were going to do this to me.
Yes.
You know I'm shy.
Yes. Well, act like you're not right now. And
Okay, I got to act like I'm
that.
not. Yeah. I'm going to say lead with love, lead with integrity, and discernment. I've learned from you that, it's not the box that matters, it's what's inside the box. So if you lead with those three, you can't lose.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our guest
Thank you
today.
for having me, baby. I love you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yes.
And I love having you in my life. And this segment has been Marrying the Medium. And y'all don't ask me about no date yet, okay? We'll talk about that coming up. This has been another episode of the Medium Rose Podcast with your host, medium minister and spiritual teacher, Dr. LaCara Foster. And we're going to see you at the next pour.